Now, COVID-19 isn't the only risk that could land you in the emergency room or urgent care this holiday season.
Joining us now, Nurse Alice Benjamin to talk about some common holiday injuries. And happy Thanksgiving, since we missed you yesterday. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving and day after Thanksgiving.
We're going to start with holiday shopping and shipping. With the heightened risk of COVID-19, more people are going to be shopping online. But that could leave you with those heavy packages at your front door and heavy lifting. How do we protect ourselves?
Absolutely. So body mechanics is going to be very important when you're pushing, pulling, or trying to lift an object that's at your front door. So these are going to be heavy boxes, multiple boxes, many of them, different shapes. So you got to be careful with how you're lifting. So I say be smart. Whenever you're going to lift, if you feel like you're going to need someone else there, ask someone for help. It's okay. And definitely make sure that when you're lifting that you have your feet shoulder width apart, that you're squatting and not just bending at the back, and that you're keeping objects close to the body when you're trying to lift and move these things. You definitely want to do that right, because I hate to see an ER with a back sprain or strain just because of some shopping that you wanted to do.
Absolutely. But then there's also the holiday decorating, right? You're getting on a ladder, you're hanging up those lights, putting up a tree. That can also lead to some injuries if you're not careful.
Correct. And Lolita, the thing is, some people aren't even using a ladder, right? They're using that coffee table. They're using that chair. They're stepping on the table. So let's be honest, definitely want to avoid using those type of tools. If you're going to use a ladder, you want to be very smart with using a ladder, making sure that it's very secured, that it's up against the wall, that you have someone as a standby, it's on a steady surface. And a rule of thumb is whenever you're going to use a ladder, to avoid the top two levels of the ladder. We don't want you falling while you're trying to, put your Christmas lights up or putting that ornament on the star on your tree. This should be a happy time. I don't want to see you in the emergency room because you've fallen and broken a bone. Now you have bruises. Worst case scenario, you've hit your head and have a head injury. A lot can happen with a fall.
All right. And holiday travel. The CDC, of course, urging everyone to stay home through the holidays to help slow the spread of COVID-19. But if you're out and about, you're running errands, it is getting darker earlier. And of course, that increases the risk of traffic accidents. Everyone's outside.
Absolutely. It's getting darker. People are visiting, although you shouldn't be, might be traveling in unfamiliar areas, and so we want people to be very cautious when you're driving. So, leave early, map out where you're going, make sure that, if you can, have a passenger with you, because of all of these elements that are going on with the darkness, the traffic, and unfamiliar areas, it's easier to get into an accident than not. So you can take some very simple precautions and avoid getting into a collision. And that's whether you're the driver, a pedestrian, or on a bike.
All right. Well, here's the real reality, right? The holidays also mean we don't eat like we normally do. The dishes are richer, they're full of calories, and we tend to eat too much or more. Give me the real on what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, my gosh. We all experienced this yesterday. We ate too much, too fast, and the foods we don't commonly eat. Most of the foods we had yesterday were rich in fat, cholesterol, salt, and all those things. That's too much for our body. And many of us were like, I'm going to save my appetite for Thanksgiving dinner. So we stuffed ourselves, and that can lead to indigestion, which can be very painful. And for some people, even mimic the signs of having a chest pain or heart attack. So a rule of thumb is whenever you're going to celebrate any holiday party or dinner or things like that, make sure that you have a snack before you go to the party. You don't want to eat too fast. Also, just be mindful of how much you're eating. Don't talk while you're eating. Chew your food. Make sure to have some water on standby. I mean, these are the simple things that our parents teach us when we're growing up, right? Don't talk with your mouth full. Don't eat so much. And those are simple things that we should actually be doing every day. But, not doing those things can definitely send you to the emergency room with some indigestion, upset stomach, some nausea, some vomiting. And, you just had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. You don't want all that coming back up.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I had so much salt, my eyes were puffy this morning.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you so much, Nurse Alice, for all of your advice. I'm sure we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.